If the rumors are true about what Sammy Onuha did in Dubai, y'all keep praying for him as much as you want in the comment section. He's finished. This is the problem with human beings a lot of the time. Enough is never enough. Dude was living in Dubai, making 700K a week off of courses, and decided, you know what, let's import some Coca-Cola into the country. A Muslim country, by the way. A country that built itself up, gained respect worldwide from people in other countries. And let me sneak some Coca-Cola in and make more money. This could all be rumor, and for his sake, I hope it is, but he hasn't posted on social media in a few weeks, so it's probably not rumors. If you're young and you're from the West, get a pen and paper real quick. Write this down. When visiting foreign countries, read their rules and regulations. They might be very different to the country I grew up in, especially if those countries are Muslim. I think it's mandatory that Dubai makes an example out of him. Not that I want that for him. It's just he has a huge following, and a lot of people are going to be watching this story closely if the rumors are true. Just another thing, whenever you see somebody doing well on the internet, they might be a drug dealer. If they're young, flying private, which is extremely expensive. Next, I just can't help. I'm just going to think they're a Coca-Cola head.
So Samuel Onuha and his brother just went to jail in Dubai, and they're looking up to 25 years. And these guys were making at least $2 to $4 million a month. And it really goes to show you can have all the money you want in this world. However, if you don't have the proper principles, if you're not disciplined, if you don't have that core foundation to stay strong to your goals, you will get caught up in all the things that money offers you. And that's exactly what they got caught up in. Now, most likely, if they do go to jail, they're going to lose everything they had. Plus, they're going to be in jail for 25 years. So realistically, if you're starting to make money, keep your ego down and just keep grinding. Like, you don't have to spend money just to spend money. You don't have to do things just to look cool, because as we can see, this is exactly what happened.
You see these Nigerian Netherlands brothers, I'm not sure if they're actually related to Nigeria, but somehow Nigeria is in the contest. But then the Onuha brothers, this issue has actually sparked something. A kind of debate that I've doubted so much before in the past, but then it's actually becoming very clear. I see people reacting to their arrest, and what has sparks their interest more is how these people pressured them, right? Because when you read some articles, when you read some posts from people regarding this Onuha brothers, and so many Nigerian content creators have actually reacted, making videos with this very event. Everybody starts with that very phrase, see the people that pressured us. Nothing different. Everybody keeps saying this very thing via comment section, see the people that are pressuring us, see the people that I worship, see the people that I open, it keeps me wondering, truly. So people are actually feeling pressured online, sort of throwing shades rather than addressing the real crime. Saying things like, see the people that were pressuring us, see the people that told us if you didn't buy a Lamborghini in 25 years, you are no man, you don't have balls. And so people actually took those words for real, like for real. I keep saying things about the things you consume here online. Do you necessarily need some people to be arrested before you confirm that these people are actually frauds? Do you really, really need that validation before you know that you need to refrain, or you need to not have nothing to do with this very person, whether you're actually learning from them or doing business with them? Can't you tell? Do the Onuha brothers need to come and tell you that it was Forex? This is why they talk now. Don't be surprised that there are some people who are actually into this very thing that so many of you are actually worshiping today, claiming this Forex thing and digital marketing thing, that will still be arrested tomorrow or called for questioning tomorrow. And how do you find out that these people are not really real? See, if you see anyone who is claiming to be so very rich, who is claiming wealth and oppresses you with that very wealth, in order for you to come and maybe patronize him by way of buying his course or anything, that is not anywhere close to marketing skill. That is outright oppression. It is because you allowed yourself to such oppression. That is the reason why you're feeling pressured. Anybody who actually made money through an organic way, passed through the challenges, through the hurdles, life-oriented challenges. Anybody who has actually passed through the organic way want to oppress you with the money. And it's from the oppression that you feel pressured. The person would rather not give you the money than oppressing you. Not that if they decide to buy a Lamborghini, if they decide to buy anything, acquisition or any form of it, you start feeling pressure from that very angle. They didn't pressure you. You're just pressuring yourself. But when somebody buys that very thing and makes a post about it, or try to oppress a particular group with that very thing, through their words, through their actions, or anywhere, thereby making you to subscribe to what they are actually doing to earn that money in order for you to gain that very knowledge. That person did not get that money through a legitimate means grounded by morals. Making money is a process. The process of making money, you learn a lot. You learn a lot of things that will humble you, rather than putting you in a place where you have to oppress others. Then the question still goes, how do people allow themselves to feel pressured to online activities? Now, you need to know this. If you're feeling pressured with the things you see online, it's time to reassess and recheck your ambition. Do you really have an ambition? Start with that. Because we might be saying things literally, I have ambition, I want. Do you really, really have an ambition? Have you ever structured your life, sit down to structure your life and the datings to see that, yes, you will definitely get to this very place, get to this very point at some point? Give yourself worthy tasks. Give yourself a finish goal and do everything within your strength to say that you get to that finish goal. Have you ever structured your life this way? Believe if you've actually structured your life this way, there's no reason why you see somebody else's success or what that looks like success pressure you, because you've actually structured your life that you will get yours, because you are in the course and you're in the journey of getting your own wealth. You're in the course of getting that very success. Understand that such pressures are byproduct of jealousy. Trust me when I say this. Because if the Onuha brothers weren't arrested, you would have just taken a surface level that these people are your age mates that are wealthier than you, that you are doing something that is not right. And for that reason, you pressure yourself. But if you've actually structured your life, you look at your ambition, you look at what you want to achieve, and you see reasons why you should double the things that you do to achieve that. I mean, there is no reason why you feel, just if it comes to your screen, you look at it and pass. No judgment. The only time you have the right to pass judgment is when you see the practices that is totally against the human conscience, that doesn't give the conscience that peace. The conscience is a peaceful oriented tool, right? And one of the things that doesn't give peace about your Onuha brothers is always trying to oppress you with their wealth. That is where you should have judged them, but you left it and was feeling pressured because they were successful. And another likely reason why you might be feeling pressured every now and again might be because you spend much time on your phone, more than real life. Sadly, there's so many interesting things online that can make an indisciplined mind to be carried away. One day, there must still be questions about certain people who are into this very industry of Forex and digital marketing. I'm not saying that there's no money in Forex. I'm not saying that there's no money in digital marketing. There's so much money there. But I can tell you from a place of experience that the people who actually make the most money from there, you can hardly hear from them. They don't even sell online courses to you. Even if they're selling online courses to you, they don't sell it in such a way that they'll have to make you feel inferior, that you don't know what you are doing. Only a few industries offers this very value. All the social media noise and all those things you did. Of course, we have the good ones. But if you see those people that will have to oppress you, make you feel like you are nothing, you are the ones you are doing is totally nothing. You need to learn this for you to be a better person. Then run. If you see such people that will have to make you feel that way, run. That is not the right place to go. Teaching doesn't have to make you feel inferior. Teaching makes you feel powerful. And before you get that teaching, you mustn't be oppressed. So don't be surprised that some of these people will still be questioned tomorrow, or will still be called for questioning, or you will be surprised that they will be arrested tomorrow as well, in the name of claiming that they do Forex and digital marketing. Be as wise as your intuition. You can never be wiser than your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition to guide you properly. My name is Eba Valentine.
The whole Samuel Onuha situation doesn't really make sense to me, because why would you try to bring in $250,000 worth of Colombian snow into Dubai, where you know you can have really bad jail time, but you're making $700K a week from dropshipping courses? Now, this is all alleged, and I don't know if it's true or not. I hope it's not, and I'm praying that those guys don't have to spend 25 years in prison, but if it is true, then they might deserve it. Because Dubai is extremely clean for a reason, and if you bring in even a little bit of ZA, you can face up to 5 years of prison, and the amount they were carrying, I mean, 25 would honestly be a light sentence. Hopefully all of this is just allegations, because those two guys do seem like very genuine people, but if it is actually true, holy shit.
Samuel Onuha and his brother apparently have been arrested in Dubai, here in the Palm, for smuggling 250 kilograms of white powder. Now, at face value, I would like to believe that this is a marketing campaign strategy, because, you know, I've been out and about for the last few days here in the Palm. I haven't heard any single person talk about it in Dubai. However, I hear this is all on Twitter and on TikTok. So it's starting to make me think that this might be a marketing campaign. But if it is true, sometimes you might be envious when you look up to people thinking they're doing something right, or you buy the courses and you're not doing as good and you beat yourself up to it. But when the reality is that they're doing something else that they're not telling you, that's how they're making their money, right? Because if this story is true, I would want to believe that it's not. I don't want this to happen to those guys. What I've seen of them, they seem like really upstanding guys, are really cool. But if this is true, then it means that the money that they have is being earned in this way. Because 250 kilograms, there's no way that is for recreational purposes. No way. That is business. So I just hope this is not true. I hope it's a marketing campaign, and I wish Samuel Onuha and his brother to actually come out and be like, yo guys, we're just joking with you. But if it's true, it is really embarrassing to the e-com community, especially. I think people now don't know who else to believe at this point.
See, you don't know how anybody makes their money. All you know is what they tell you. You're not inside anybody's bank account. You don't have access to anybody's financials. So stop comparing yourself to all these people who are online bragging about all the money that they are making. Because you see these Onuha brothers who have just been arrested in Dubai for pushing drugs. Sure, they were telling people that people should come, let them tell you how they are making their millions. They were lying to people, telling you that they are doing drop shipping. However, now we are finding out that allegedly, what they were doing all along was not drop shipping, but drug shipping. Was it not the same thing with that girl, Ovayosa, a few years ago, who was telling people that she's a billionaire, that she makes, that she's in agriculture and real estate. She was busy buying cars and mansions in the United States, telling you people that people should come and invest in her business. And you people, true, you went to go and invest, only for you to find out that what she was running was a Ponzi scheme. I don't even understand how people are falling for these scams. How is somebody who is practically a child, a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, coming to tell you that they are a millionaire in dollars and pounds, that you should come and invest with them, and you too, you carry your money that you have been working for years and invest with them? All these young people that have bastard money, that are living lavish lifestyles on social media, it's usually one of two things. It's either they are crooks, they are scam artists, or they are spending mommy and daddy's money. And I am not saying that it is impossible for a young person to be that successful, but it is very rare. There's a reason when a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old makes it big that they are on the news. It's because it is unusual. And by the way, we're not even yet talking about those people who are doing boropos, that people are comparing themselves to, that they are going to rent a car, going to rent shoe, going to rent watch, going to rent kaftan, and then you're comparing yourself to them. Please just face your front. You don't know how anybody is making their money. The fact that it is taking you long to blow is because you're doing things the right way. You're not cheating anybody, you're not stealing, you're not scamming. That is why it is taking time. Doing the right thing usually takes time because there's a lot of trial and error involved. So stop comparing yourself to all these people online who are bragging about their wealth. First of all, a lot of them, they are not even all that rich. And secondly, they are probably scamming. Do the actual work, do the hard work, so that when you finally blow, you'll be able to enjoy the fruit of your labor with your conscience clear. Because I know people, family, friends of my parents, who used to borrow money to cook soup in their 20s and 30s, but in their 40s, they became multimillionaires. It just takes time. Be patient. Put your head down, grind, and do the work.
I don't know if you guys heard the Samuel Onuha thing, but holy shit. Samuel Onuha, massive influencer, doing like 700K a week with the courses. He just got in Dubai for snow. One thing you never do is bring substances to Dubai. But apparently, they had a shipment come in that was worth like $250,000 because you can't get it in Dubai. It's too risky. Nobody will like sell it. So they flew it in. And they got caught. Dubai doesn't play around with stuff like that. So they're looking at 25 years in a foreign prison. You get 5 years for weed there. So like, I don't know, man. All I'm saying is terrible situation to be in. I'm praying for him for real. And the lesson is that even though he makes about $3 million a month in take-home income, he would probably trade places with you right now. When you're flying that high, it's very, very likely that you can lose everything just like that.